So, what's this?
Alright, so this is the transparent base extender that I use to make my inks translucent. It's the only ink that I buy in the largest quantity possible, which is a 5-pound can. You can kind of see the color. It's a silly putty kind of color, but it's actually clear.
You've used all that. Look, it's almost empty.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a serial user of this.
Can we see some of the other stuff too?
Sure. I mean, the other inks are just regular. There's etching trans white. And then this is just a white that has transparency in it. And then this is the set swirl that I use as the modifier. That's for release
And what's the
printing.
modifier do?
This modifier helps smooth out the ink so it doesn't
more consistent
overlap marks when the brayer goes across.
Oh.
So it helps kind of smooth it out, makes it run together. It changes the viscosity just a little bit.
Okay. And what are those?
Those are just the same thing.
More cans.
Dullet, actually. I've been using this. It's called Dullet, D-U-L-L-I-T, and it's, I think, presumably meant to dull the glossiness of the ink when it dries.
So it's less glossy.
Because after about 3 layers of printing, the ink glosses up. So I use this for all the layers so that it doesn't get glossy at all.
And also the gloss could be detracting from what the visual statement that you want to make.
Yeah.
If you're just, it's like with oil paintings, if they're too glossy, people say, oh, the glare, they're hard to light in a gallery. But if you have it where the light just goes in but you don't have any gloss coming back, then that's advantageous. Then you're more focusing on the colors and the composition and less about, oh man, look at that one over there. That's really shiny, but these others aren't. Why aren't they all shiny, you know?
Exactly.
And that's not what you're all about. You're about other things.
Well, I mean, I'm really trying to neutralize that hierarchy. I don't want one rock to be more prominent than the others. That's not the point. It's really about how they all combine together. Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you arrive on the size of the particular, you're just comfortable with some shapes being bigger and some being smaller? And
yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these come from this collection. This is 125 rocks. It doesn't look like that much because it's a small jar, but they're all beach pebbles from a beach in North Carolina that I love. It's where I got married. And I ended up scanning these in to Illustrator, tracing them, and then having that vector file that I could then blow up. So I would blow up like this tiny pebble 1,000%, and that would give me a rock plate this size, basically. So there's the rock and there's the plate.
Ta-da!
Ta-da, pretty much. So these became the basis of a whole bunch of plates, 125.
So really you do start with something that's truly organic.
Absolutely.
And as you picked up these shapes, there was a selection process. You didn't just willy-nilly pick up anything that was there. You were very selective for this particular collection of rocks.
Definitely.
And that had meaning by itself.
Yes, yes.
But then years later, when you decided to do prints, you started with that, but this was more important, and definitely the shapes that are on the prints are way more important. So these take on a life of their own, and the way you're thinking, it's sort of like a stepping stone. You have the rocks first, but then when you're at this stage, then you're thinking, oh wow, look, within this shape, within this space, hey, I like the way this is moving, I like the way this is moving, and I wonder if I could do something different with this and try this. So that's taking you further and further, as opposed to saying, oh, I've got to make it look exactly like this photo that I took, or it's got to look exactly like whatever reference material I have. So it's more intuitive and like that.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I probably could never be an editioning printmaker. I must have a lot of play when I'm printing. Otherwise, I get really bored with the process, and it's not teaching me anything if I'm just a factory and just executing one idea, the same idea over and over. I try to build in a lot of surprise for myself as I print.
And there's also degrees of openness then.